Class 4, 1400 metres for race 5, Sha Tin. It opens up the 6 up. And an interesting race with Winning Endeavour now in the Douglas White stable, leaving the Manfred Mann stable in the off-season. Space drops in class as well as number 1. Sunshine Warrior had clear excuses from a wide gate last start. Cheerful leader, Fortunate Runner, whose horse Lucky Guy for Blake Shin has drawn well up to 1400. My Winner now with Richard Gibson. He's left Ricky Yu's yard. Sprint Forward went good last start. Then we go down to Cheeky B, Shine a Lot, and Winning Warrior, very close to a drop in grade. Now the Chunfa information, just Shine a Lot. Been preparing up at Chunfa. He'll have his second start for Paul O'Sullivan there Sunday.
Good, the prediction here. Space was able to lead over 1200 metres at Happy Valley a couple of runs ago, so we're predicting he'll go forward. My Winner will be handy from gate 13 if he can get across. You've got Fortunate Runner there who's drawn a better gate this time round. Last couple of starts has had 12 and 13, so he's got gate 2 here. Cheerful leader should get a nice run through there from the inside as well.
Our first horse we're going to have a look at here is Bellagio. I think he's a massive chance later on in the card. Bellagio's in the red saddlecloth, so Cheerful leader closest to us. He goes really nicely here with his stablemate. So a good piece there. Next one we're going to have a look at here is My Winner. Now, My Winner's changed stables. He's with now with Richard Gibson. Joe Moreira will take them out on race day, and the horse goes nice and easily for the assistant trainer there. Just going on with it. He's the one in the red saddlecloth closest to us. And I thought Carrying Brilliance worked pretty nicely here. He's under a good hold. He does generally work quite nicely, this horse. And look, this will be his second up run. He's had a run already this season.
He fired out of the gates 4 starts ago and won a race over this course and distance. Sunshine Warrior. Let's have a look at last start. He was all at sea in the early stages here, Karis. He had to roll forward because he was drawn wide, and he overbubbled, he overcooked and weakened out of it. Prior to this, he was quite good first up. He was a little bit wayward in that win, of course, when he beat Casemiro by about 3/4 of a length, but it's actually not been a bad run considering everything that went wrong for Sunshine Warrior last start. Only beaten 3 lengths. You can see the others had well and truly got to them there. Emerald Spur, the eventual winner, but he's boxed on okay considering he had that torrid early run. He was checked over by the vet. I've got him in again. Going to give him another chance because he's got form over 40. It was a gut buster, though.
Yeah, that's what worries me a little bit. I mean, he's still green as well, isn't he? So I left him out in the end, but look, he could win. But I have left him out.
I left him out as well, but you're right, he could easily win. And the market early suggests he'll probably run a place at least, looking at the money back for $1 at this situation. Lucky Guy, a bit of an old timer, an 8-year-old. He's racing well, though. His start at the end of last term when second behind Victorian was good. His first 2 runs back have suggested he's close. Yeah, second and a third, hasn't it? So he'll strip peak fitness, I think, for this race. He'll get his opportunity too from barrier 4, so I did find a place for him.
You can see him there running on nicely. Blake Shin riding once again for Dennis Ship. He was only beaten a length on that occasion. That's Fresh Power beating him home there, who is going around in the 4th race on the program. So if the form stacks up there okay, he should be going close. All right, let's move on now to My Winner and Carrying Brilliance. His best effort was 4 starts ago. As I said, Carrying Brilliance, he pinged out of gate number 12, led all the way, beat Hurricane Hunter this course and distance, and My Winner's had plenty of chances. He picks up lots of minor money generally. Yeah, this is his first up run for the season. New trainer as well, Richard Gibson. He was with Ricky Yu, and he's in front there to be shot at. He won off 51 points back in April, so he's of 2018. So he's on a mark here now of 49. He wasn't pressured in a recent barrier trial, and he's just been nutted right on the line. You would have been heading to the queue at the 150, wouldn't you? And he's just been rolled over there by Circuit 3, I think it was. Let's move on to Sprint Forward. I must admit, when I first saw this guy hit the trials and the track in the morning, I didn't think he was much chop, but he has come a long way in a short time, and this was real strong evidence to the fact that he's putting it all together, and he's got an engine too. Yeah, look, Simple Elegant got the run on him here, didn't he? And he hit the line really strongly. He's only had the 4 starts, as you say, Brett, and he is definitely a horse who has improved from one season to this season. So from barrier 5, I'm going to stick with him. I think he's the one to beat. I think you can still see he's still a bit green. He's still a work in progress. He just shifted around a little bit halfway down the straight. He was carrying his ears in a bit of a funny way as well, so he's not the full quid yet. I wonder whether he might be a banker-type material potentially for a few in this pool.
Yeah, well, he is for me. I've got him on top Sprint Forward. To beat Fortunate Runner, his horse we haven't talked about, but look, he's drawn a lot better, and he did one second up last start, so second up last season. He's second up now, and he'll get his chance from barrier 2. Lucky Guy's consistent, and my winner, the new stable, 9578.
Switcher at the top there. I've gone with 5 on top. Fortunate Runner, drawn better. Neil Callan looking to get on the board for the first time this season. As Paul mentioned, he has won second up in the past, so he's on top. Fortunate Runner to beat Sprint Forward. Sunshine Warrior, another chance, and my winner goes in. Wide stall, Joe Moreira, 5, 9, 3 and 8.
I wondered whether you would stick with him, because I know you tipped him first up, Fortunate Runner.
He just ended up being wide in the early push, and he was out of play, basically.
What did I do? I ended up going with the 9, but I could see this race unfolding a number of ways. I don't mind Who's Horse at a little bit of a long shot price. I thought he ran okay down the straight.
Who's on first?
Huh?
Who's on first?
He's very green, very raw, but I think there is an engine there, so a little value runner for me.